There's no room for resentment in this family. My dad said right after doing the most resentment-worthy thing imaginable. This is the part where I'm supposed to say my dad is a good man who made a mistake. I'm not going to say that, because this didn't happen by accident. This was calculated, and I watched it unfold in real time, unable to stop it, unable to protect what mattered to me. I'd been working on my business plan for 8 months. Small tech consulting firm, nothing revolutionary, but something I believed in. I had 2 clients lined up. I had funding almost secured. I had an investor meeting scheduled for Tuesday at 2 p.m. at Riverside Capital, the kind of firm that could actually make this happen. My dad knew about the meeting. I'd mentioned it at dinner on Sunday. He congratulated me. He asked questions. He seemed genuinely interested. Monday morning, my phone rang. It was Elliot, my primary contact at Riverside. His voice was strange, professional in that way that signals bad news. "Cameron, we're going to need to postpone your pitch," he said. "Something's come up." "What do you mean?" I asked. "The meeting's tomorrow." There was a pause. "Look, I don't know exactly what happened, but we received some information this morning questioning the viability of your business model. Information that came from, well, it came from someone at your father's company. Someone who said they were very concerned about your plan. My dad worked in finance. My dad had connections. My dad had also apparently called someone at Riverside Capital and told them my business idea was fundamentally flawed and that I was in over my head. I drove straight to his office. He was sitting at his desk, and when he saw my face, he knew I knew. He didn't deny it. He said he was concerned about my future and that he wanted to protect me from making a costly mistake. He said my business plan had risk factors I hadn't considered, and that, as a father, he couldn't watch me fail without saying something. He said all of this like it was logic, like sabotaging my meeting was somehow paternal. I remember feeling my hands shake. "You called Riverside Capital," I said quietly. "You called them and tanked my pitch." "I made a phone call to someone I know," he corrected. "I was being honest about my concerns." "You were being controlling," I said. "You were being..." That's when he did it. He stood up, put his hand on my shoulder, and said, "Cameron, there's no room for resentment in this family. I understand you're upset, but we don't hold grudges. We support each other." And I just broke. "There is resentment," I shouted. "There is resentment right now. There's resentment because you just destroyed something I worked for, and then you're standing there lecturing me about not feeling bad about it." He flinched like I'd hit him. "I'm trying to protect you," he said quietly. "By lying about me? By going behind my back? By deciding you know better than me what I can handle?" He didn't have an answer for that. I left, didn't go home, didn't call, didn't respond when he tried to reach out. I let the resentment I wasn't supposed to have sit in my chest, heavy and real, for 3 weeks. Then something unexpected happened. My dad showed up at my apartment. He looked like he hadn't slept. He sat down without being invited and just talked. He told me about his father, who had criticized every business idea my dad had ever had. He talked about the failure he'd experienced early in his career. He talked about being afraid, terrified that I would experience the same pain. "So I tried to control it," he said. "Instead of letting you risk failure, I made sure you would. That's not protection, is it? That's sabotage dressed up as concern." I still don't know if that was a real apology or just a good explanation, but it was honest. I rescheduled my Riverside meeting, pitched it myself without anyone's help or interference, got the funding, started the business. My dad never apologized directly for the sabotage, but he changed. He started asking questions instead of giving answers. He started trusting me instead of managing me. And I started letting go of the resentment, not because I was supposed to, but because he finally gave me permission to feel it first. Sometimes you don't heal resentment by denying it. You heal it by finally telling the truth about it, and then deciding if the person is worth keeping around.